about to make some method mix. I'm going to head out carp fishing today, and I'm going to give you a simple recipe that works pretty well for me. First of all, here's my container. Nothing fancy. I've got a fancy chum container, but the zipper broke after 6 months. So I'm actually using a coffee can, a plastic coffee can container, and this works pretty well. There's nothing really scientific about method mix. You know, the measurements are kind of guesswork as far as what I'm doing. Think about this container in fours. And what I'm going to do is 2 fourths, 2 parts out of the 4 will be oatmeal. 1 part will be cornmeal and corn. And the other part will be crushed up bread. Okay, let's start. Oatmeal first. As I said, 2 parts oatmeal. And that's about half filled with oatmeal right now. 1 part is going to be bread, crushed up bread. And I like the white bread for this. And I'm going to take several slices like this and just break them apart and drop them in. And as you can see here, I'm doing that. Okay. Not quite enough, so I'm going to add a couple more. Remember, I want 1 part bread, or 1/4 of this container is going to be bread. And finally, the last part is going to be a combination of cornmeal, I have right here, and corn itself. You want to try to put a particle in every single time you mix method mix, because the particle kind of helps it break apart in the water. And what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be fishing with maize, so I'm going to add corn to this mix right now. Okay? And this is filled just about to the top, as you can see. Now, I'm going to try to mix this together as best I can in here. Okay. This looks pretty good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water. Now you got to be very careful when you're adding water to the mix. You don't want to put too much water. You want to put just enough so that the mix is sticky. And I'll show you what that's like in a minute. Remember too, when you go into the fishing, you can always add water at the pond or the river. And so I tend to put a lot less water at home, and I add more. It's easy to add more, but if the mix is too wet, it becomes very difficult to fix that without adding a lot more stuff to it. And here we go. This is pretty good. I'm going to knead this all together. Okay, now to test it out, you want a small bunch of it, and you want to be able to squeeze it like this. And does it stay firm? Yes, it does. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack that around a sinker, and then just use that. It should break apart in the water within a few minutes. And that's it. Now, as an added addition, if you want to add scent to your mix, you can also add that. I've had very good success adding chili powder. You could use the scents from dips, spray scents, anything like that. But I tend to mix it just plain, and when I get to the water, if I want to add some scent to it, that's where I usually do it. Okay, that's about it for the method mix. It's off carp fishing right now for me.